I see you've decided to come home. Changed your mind yet? Or looking for more pain and suffering? You keep telling yourself that, boy. But mark you my words, sooner or later this life that you have chosen for yourself shall teach you I was right. What is it now? I've a mountain of infernal parchment work. Well, that was quick. What news, boy? Ready to give up, or no? Be careful whom you give your trust. My brothers frolic on Olympus while we work, while I work. You're just like them. No wonder they like you. So how did it go? How did you die ignobly this time, pray tell? Cerberus and I can't wait to hear the tale. Welcome home, boy. You're late for dinner. Or breakfast, or whatever blasted meal's next. I've asked repeatedly for the construction of a sundial, but every time they tell me no. Can you believe it? Your impertinence with me inspires all. Blood and darkness, but this place is falling apart. Nobody works an honest day down here. What would you even know of honest work? At least the wretched dead yet honor me as lord. I cannot say the same for you. Have you yet satisfied your foolish urges? Perhaps a lashing from the Furies' whips would set you straight. Such nonsense. First you defy me openly, and now you lie. On my next meeting with the Furies, we'll have a word about all this, you rest assured. Why, I can scarce believe my eyes. Is that you, boy? Cerberus, look who it is. He's back. Anything you say to me, you say in front of Cerberus. You might even learn a thing or two from him of listening and of obedience. He's back already, Cerberus, just as I indicated. I'm sorry he disturbed your rest again, Cerberus. You've done a good job. The realm is well defended still to the high standard that you set. What did I tell you, boy? Ever wasteful of your time and mine. How fares my underworld, Well, at least some things are running smoothly still. Next you go to die again, do give the tortured souls out there my warm regards. Ah, for shame, boy. I thought perhaps you'd finally made it out. I jest, of course. You'll never make it out, as I keep telling you to no avail. But you've gone farther than expected. So who knows? You've been gone a while. For the last time, you're not to speak about that woman in my house. You want to know of her so much you go find her, indeed. That's well off limits, boy. Do not so much as think about it. Turn yourself around. I do not think so, boy. Cease with your endless snooping. Keep out of there, I said. You stay away from there. Quit meddling back there. Stay out of there. Pathetic. Useless. Not a chance. That almost tickled. Was that supposed to be some sort of joke? What is it that you're trying now to do? You truly are an idiot, aren't you? To suffer such indignity from my own kin. A pitiful attempt. Don't make me laugh. Death is inescapable. If you think otherwise, why then, don't let me stop you. Family. Death is your only family. Death and I. Best get accustomed to the both of us. Nobody gets out of here, boy, whether alive or dead. You think I jest? You think I haven't tried? That dog is not your plaything, boy. Cerberus defends our realm so that no one gets in alive, or gets out either way. You are a weakling, boy. Disgraceful. Now strike again, and make it hurt this time. Watch where you step, you oaf. My house is not a sty through which to track your filth. A mortal's life is short, and fraught with pain. Is that truly the life you yearn for, boy? What have I wrought that such a witless, careless brat would be my progeny? The fear of death keeps mortals well in check. You'd best learn to fear something yourself, you hear me, boy? How dare you, boy! Learn well to shut that foolish mouth of yours, or I shall shut it for you. Back again. Too bad, boy. Huh? Ugh. Back already, stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how is your wanton ransacking of my domain? Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go, see for yourself. Where did you get this? You think you can butter me up with such trifles? Give me that, and then get out of here. Make certain of it, Megara. I am finding lately that the help within this house is much more lacking than it used to be. I trust that you shall set it back on course. You are not to aid him in these matters, Nyx. His foolishness is to be scorned and reprimanded, not indulged. Do we have an understanding? It is plain to me that you are helping him. In spite of my insistence, you do not. What do you expect that I should do about this, Nyx? What would you do in my position? Deception in my very house and home. Answer me. What good is any one of you? He's not even your son, and yet you coddle him. You know as well as I that he cannot succeed. You fill his mind with harmful delusions. If that is what you want for him, then please, proceed at pace. You have been rather slow about your duties lately, Thanatos, and I'm receiving incident reports from Tartarus involving you. Remember your responsibilities. And remember, I am watching you. Now get out of my sight. Ahem. Ahem. Forget something again? Such a shame. For shame. Disgraceful. Had enough yet? Ah, tough luck. Didn't hear you come in. Psh, you again. Pardon the interruption, everyone. You never learn. Look who's back. Oh, it's only you. Whatever you may wish to say, I do not wish to hear it. You're interrupting me during my time at work. I think I've heard more than enough from you lately. You're willfully wasting my time, aren't you? Go, get out. Don't let me stop you. Shouldn't you be getting skewered by the dead? Go to your room, or anywhere but here. Blood and darkness, what is it with you? Have you come up with more impertinence to spout at me? I'll not be bothered with your disrespect. Has it occurred to you that I'm preoccupied? I'm uninterested in conversing with you, boy. Your presence is no longer welcome here. How possibly could I have given the impression that I wished to talk? You realize just how much property of mine you have defaced? Fail all you like. You're never getting out of here. You'll learn your place. The hard way, evidently, to suffer such indignity from my own kin. Such foolishness as yours I scarce can comprehend. We've nothing left now to discuss between us. Next. 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 Who is next? Who is next? Keep it moving. Come forth. Come forth. State your business. State your purpose. State your case. Make your claim. What is it? Make it quick. What? Well, why are you here? Your business? Hmm. Go on. Indeed, indeed. What else? Really, I see. Granted, granted, granted. Claim granted. Your claim is granted. Fair point. Granted. Very well, claim granted. Enough. Granted. Fine, granted, granted. This time. Denied, denied, denied. Claim denied. Your claim is denied. Not a chance, denied. Laughable, denied. Waste of time, denied. Certainly not, denied. Most certainly denied. Absurd, denied. Denied, and out with you. You have a tendency to ask too many questions, boy. Would that you had a tendency to wonder silently instead. You're not to speak of that accursed Mount Olympus in this household, do you hear me? Nor shall you invoke the names of its inhabitants. Say it, blood and darkness. It's a curse, boy. Say it with me. Blood and darkness. Each available in high abundance here. Time you learn the bearing of the gods, and to assert yourself. For this I have employed the greatest of the Greeks. Or what became of him? Where do you think you are? Who do you think you're talking to? Nobody gets out of my domain, whether alive or dead. You wish to meet your Uncle Zeus someday? Imagine me with a luxurious white mane, without a modicum of self-control. That's your Zeus. In my domain, you either find your place or learn your place. There's work enough to go around, believe you me. This is where you belong. You feel out of place? Where would you even go? What would you have me do? Your place is here. One thing the mortals have on us is that they quickly become men. This is the Fury Megara. She shall accelerate the process in your case. The dead are judged and sent to Asphodel, Elysium, or Tartarus. We keep the process neat and orderly. Everyone gets in, no one gets out. Megara tells me that you surpassed her while out there. How utterly embarrassing for her, to say the least. Oh, I've already seen to that, of course. You think she volunteered to deal with you? Nobody did. That's how ignoble a task it is. Tell me something, boy. Did you enjoy the searing heat of Asphodel? You must have thought that you'd be more resilient to it. You know nothing of discomfort yet. Making it out of Tartarus is nothing in comparison to what lies ahead for you. I know that Nyx has been abetting you. You wish to take advantage of her pity? I care not. Her powers have their limits anyway. You, boy, have already dragged this entire household, not to mention my fool relatives, into this mess which you've created, which you dare call business. Out of my sight now, go. Fine. Your failure is quite easily imagined. How often it recurs. Almost as though my realm is built to keep you here. You and every single soul that's ever lived. But by all means, continue struggling. It is not necessary to remind me. Surely all those who once defied my brothers and myself would much prefer a post within my house over eternity within the lowest depths of Tartarus. Not that the darkness there would trouble you. Congratulations! Congratulations, boy. He's finally returned. Welcome home, boy. So, you were able to dispatch my Hydra, boy. Right down to the last hateful head. It's an accomplishment I felt was certainly beyond your talent set. Though here you are again, nevertheless. You shall do no such thing. Besides, if you were any help to me, you'd know vast portions of my realm are presently still under renovation. You won't be getting farther than you have. They have no patience, yes, the same as you. Then wait, with all the rest of them. It matters not to me, for I have other work to do. Now you be gone from here. Get yourself killed some more for all I care. Oh, I had little choice about that, boy. You see, after you fled the first time, Cerberus, why, he was very much upset. Utterly tore the place to shreds. It's now under repair. All thanks to you. I lay the blame entirely upon you, yes. Who else? It's fortunate that Cerberus has calmed himself since then. Come to his senses, I should say. May you yet come to yours. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? What did you expect? What did you expect? Surely you could have avoided that. That was inevitable. I'll see you back at home. You are a weakling, boy. Was that truly your best? Die like a mere mortal. Oh, that was it? Well, Orpheus, if you're quite finished with your little stint within the depths of Tartarus, I'd like to ask again. Play us a song already. Or else next time I'll not be quite so charitable with your punishment. Is that so? Why then I'll go ahead and wait. I've all the patience in the world. Help me to understand something here, Orpheus. Why do I bother keeping such a worthless shadow of a court musician in my house? You prattle ceaselessly, yet I can't get even a single note out of you. I used to tolerate your insolence. We're finished here. You find your voice immediately. You have 100 years and not a moment more. Perish the thought. It's so that all your toiling can be more painful, nothing more. Who knows, boy, or better yet, who cares? To make the mortals up there worship you for all your labors? Go on, then, go get yourself dispatched some more, so I can make well certain that my realm can properly contain you. My brother Zeus forgives me. Zeus forgives me. How dare that blasted little brat! His beard may be luxurious, but he's as much a child as are you. Forgives me, bah! None of your business. Go on now and frolic with that lord-uncle of yours, the both of them. And don't you ever speak of him to me again, you hear me? A very tragic end. Your time is up, boy. So much for that attempt. Whatever happened there? You don't have what it takes. Nobody does. A tragic end fit for a poet's verse. How many deaths is that? You never seem to learn. What did I tell you? Be careful of your tone and temper, Shade. You are in my employ. You could be wandering the pastures of Elysium again instead. Or lesser plains, if I so choose. I shall be giving it some thought. Until then, you just watch that hall. And watch yourself as well. You're late with your report, Hypnos. Again. Again. The dead, of course, can wait, but I'm less patient. Now explain yourself to me. Get to the blasted point already. I don't have all day. Or night. Your report, where is it? Enough! Blood and darkness, that's enough from you. Just see to it the ledger of the dead is accurate, and get back to your post. Would that you could be more like your brother. It is already too late for that, Megara. They have been notified, and are en route to Tartarus even as we speak. Megara, trust me when I say I know the feeling all too well. However, surely in your ingenuity, you may yet find a way to get your sisters to see eye to eye. I understand you have attempted to persuade our court musician to resume his craft. That is among the relatively useful tasks to which you have applied yourself of late. I'm certain that your boasts and twists of words shall soon inspire him to greater acts of compositional superiority one of these days or nights. I had a feeling that our court musician would eventually come back to his senses and his talents, boy. Here yet again, my intuitions were correct. Though you appear a bit perturbed. Don't like the song? It's about you. You fill Orpheus's mind with nonsense, he produces nonsense. Nonsense, I presume, shall spread from this place far and wide, so everyone might know that I have nothing to do with you. You've taken more advantage of the pact of punishment than I would have expected, boy. I almost wish to commend you for doing such a thing. Upset? Heavens, no. Through your repeated bumbling, you have revealed a number of shortcomings in our operations, which my underlings are busy working to address. Don't let me keep you any longer, boy. Go forth. Try to escape again. You're helping make the underworld a better place. Enough. Besides, Megara, this is not your failing, it is mine. I must attend to these affairs more actively. I am not asking, Megara. Such tardiness is oft to be expected from your brother, but from you, Thanatos? You're practically the god of punctuality. Thanatos, even we gods require rest from time to time. Someday we might get it around here. Once this accursed house is well in order, finally. Until then, I appreciate your diligence. Do not overextend yourself. The Hydra shall grow back, boy. He did it again, Cerberus. Everyone, look who it is. He's done it, Cerberus. You'll go no further, boy. At least not yet. Your place is here, and nowhere else. The same as it is mine. There's naught of any worth to see beyond this realm besides. Poseidon's an incomparable fool I'm ashamed to call my brother. He can shake the earth up there all he pleases. He is unwelcome here. Elysium. It isn't for the good, it's for the great. Great kings or killers, oft one and the same. They left their mark upon the world. Shall you? For their mistakes in life, the wretched shades of Tartarus are bound to me in death, however hatefully. They answer to me, quite unlike you. How many times must I explain this, boy? Each pact of punishment needs to be promptly signed and sealed and filed, rather than pile up. What exactly is it, boy, that makes you feel entitled to show me such disrespect? You dare not say such things to Nyx. Asphodel has flooded once again with flame. Not quite the afterlife experience promised to the dead residing there now, is it, boy? Upon my name, you lack the cheerfulness of Hypnos and the competence of Thanatos, but have more willfulness than both combined. Sometimes I think this mess you call your chambers is one which you've cultivated with great pride. Is that the way of it? Do not stray far again into the pits of Tartarus, or become lost like all its residents. Content yourself to look upon it from afar. Sulk in your chambers all you like, for I care not. I have eternity to finish with this work, so your assistance is entirely unneeded. Why do you bleed like mortals do? An aberration, nothing more, and nothing to be proud of. I suggest you keep it to yourself. Don't you dare look at me like that, boy, with your mismatched eyes. You save it for yourself. You have a mirror in your chambers, don't you? How suitably disgusting. Fling your blood at me like that again, boy, and I'll have you cast into the Styx, where you can drown in it. I understand that you created quite a stir within Elysium. An all-out brawl within eternal paradise. What would you know of it? The greatest mortals have their every need fulfilled within that place. Dread to hear what they shall say of all of this. Well, boy, word has reached me that you were able to dethrone the champion of Elysium as well as his bull-headed companion. Tell me, how did you accomplish such a thing? Ah, now you are asking the big questions. Comforting to see such growth of character. Well, if there is an outside world, you shall not be seeing it for quite some time. You know why, don't you? Ongoing underworld renovations. Now go and let King Theseus drive that sharp spear of his into yourself some more until such time. The mortals soon shall force me to reopen, and then what? So, you had a run-in with the Minotaur out in Elysium, did you? Perhaps the only soul within this realm more bull-headed than you. You give me too much credit, boy. The Minotaur resides where he resides because of an entirely different arrangement. Most in Elysium jump at the opportunity to do my bidding. Not that you know what that is like. Now go, see how you fare against the bull. How goes your heated rivalry against the greatest king of Athens lately, boy? Your battles with him and the Minotaur must be the talk of the underworld of late. Speak not to me of Heracles. You know these heroes by their deeds, not by their character. Heracles is fortunate he's in my brother's favor. Else he would be in Tartarus where he belongs. The mortal concept of what constitutes a hero is absurd. Fought all the way out of Elysium, only to end up here. Don't you see, boy? You are trapped. Elysium is up in arms again because of you. I didn't think you had it in you, boy. I want nothing to do with them, correct? My hasty nephew assists Charon out of necessity alone. Not even Thanatos is able to keep up with the rate at which mortals expire and must then cross our borders. Ha ha ha! No, I think not, boy. You are born of this realm. The surface is a windswept waste. You don't know how good you have it here. She is gone, boy. She is gone. You are never going to locate her. I thought you would have come to that conclusion for yourself by now. But apparently it must be said. This is my final warning to you, boy. To cease this mindless quest. Or else the consequences shall be worse than what you have experienced thus far. Have I mentioned that you're never getting out of here? You're here to stay, boy. All of us are. I'm busy now, as you can plainly see. You are late, boy. Have you any idea what time it is? Vanquished me? Nonsense. Don't you think I would recall such an event? Everything is as it always was, and so shall it be, until the fates determine otherwise, or until our ongoing underworld renovations are finally complete, whichever comes first. Well, well, well. I was looking all over for you. Everything is as it always was. Grown any wiser yet? Alas for ongoing underworld renovations. I just got back shortly before you did. Resolved the trouble with the satyrs yet? You're bound to my domain, boy. So very tired. How could he? You. Tell me something, boy, because my own set of ideas on the subject is beginning to run dry. What exactly is it going to take for you to understand that you're not leaving here? You would have me resort to such barbarity. Blast you, boy. Punishment is not the path to rehabilitation. It is for its own sake. I'd have expected all your trips through Tartarus to have taught you as much. Silence, boy. Better yet, why don't you get out of my sight? I've more important things to do now than indulge your boastfulness. We'll have to catch up at some other place and time. I know not what you're going on about there, boy. Although my focus is entirely upon our renovations, yes. Perhaps someday or night when this place is in proper working order, I shall have more time for your insipid questions. I'm truly sorry that he's troubled you again, Cerberus. I know how much you value resting here, and yet I have no better means to bar the entry to our realm than you. What would you know of it? Cerberus cannot be forced to do anything. He simply understands he has responsibilities. It is woefully infrequent that I've cause for this, but I do have to thank you, boy. You've culled the satyrs and the vermin, bringing ruin to our temple there. Blasted creatures multiply at an alarming rate. They are a plague upon this realm, although we have them well contained for now. And once they are rightly dead, they tend to swear to me their fealty. The surface is off limits, and furthermore you are forbidden from the Temple of Styx, until such time as you are fit to tend the situation there. You wish to feel the breeze against your skin, perhaps the coolness of the seas. You shall writhe from such sensations, I assure you. You are immortal, boy, but in a manner you can die, as you now understand. A most unpleasant feeling, is it not? The rivers flowing through this realm divide its regions suitably enough, and every shade knows better than to try and cross them. Why are some chambers in my house off-limits? Someone deserving access would not ask. You can't always go where you please. That shade, boy, is my newly designated contractor, one whose responsibility is to work on this house. Though who shall pay for everything my subjects here demand, I do not know. You have been keeping our contractor rather busy, I must say, commissioning these frivolous projects around the house with the wealth you wrest from my domain. What are you hoping to achieve? Livable. When last I checked, making the underworld livable was not among our top priorities. Just remember, in your brazenness, whose house this is. Are you expecting words of thanks because you paid the contractor to fix a bit of devastation that you caused? I fear it shall take rather more than that. I suppose, boy, that there's only one way to find out, though I suggest you save yourself the trouble. Whether you consent to the terms of the pact is entirely up to you, boy. But in all your comings and goings, it is important that we have full knowledge of which property is being carried from the premises. That's non-negotiable, boy. Waiving a separation order. That's a veritable fortune in dues alone. Off the table. Now go mind your own affairs and leave the waving and the ordering to me. I honor the terms of my commitment, boy. The rules we put in place are all that keep this underworld in any semblance of a shape. But what you ask is utterly absurd. The costs of processing a separation order are well beyond your means. How are you finding my old trusty spear, then, Or perhaps you have a preference for my brother's and my sister's former arms. Kept under lock and key, and yet they're now in your possession, it would seem. The thought has long since crossed my mind. However, I'm not fool enough to tamper with those cursed things. They go where they please. They cannot be contained. Like you. Now why don't you go entertain each other more? Finally returned to your senses, haven't you, Orpheus? A court musician who refused to sing. Such nonsense. I trust there shall be no more insubordination from you moving forward. Still going on about your so-called muse, I see. You had your chance with Eurydice. You squandered it. And now you're here. A deal is a deal. I expect you to comply with your end of our agreement. I can be quite persuasive under certain circumstances, boy. Though my advice to you, not that you'll take it, is not to discuss the matter openly. Megara is a professional, but she has made her feelings on the matter clear. Get away from back there. Go about your business. You are irritating me, boy. Get where I can see you. Back away from there. Stop being a fool. Don't you have someplace else to be? Be gone from there. Cease this, boy. Have you no better way to pass the time? I'm sorry he disturbed you, Cerberus. Cease bothering the dog. Permit the dog his rest. Cerberus merely feigns concern for you. Do not let him manipulate you, Cerberus. Seek pity someplace else. I grow nauseous merely listening to this. Oh, please. Your fortunate Cerberus sees something in you. The dog has enough troubles of his own. Ugh. Why don't you clean your chambers rather than adorn them? A garish hue, indecisive as ever. Make up your mind. Quit changing the blasted drapery. Would that you cared about more than the drapery. It was perfectly acceptable before. A decadent acquisition. Who requested that? I did not authorize such an expenditure. That would not have been next on my list. If that is how you wish to spend your wealth, what are you doing to this house? Betrayed by my own contractor. What is that doing there? Now I suppose no work shall ever be complete. Finally you cleared the mess you caused. It wasn't your fault, Cerberus. You wish for warmth, go visit Asphodel. You think you can avoid me through there, boy? The prior hue was fine. A senseless change. Our court musician need not be so indulged. What did you purchase now? What are we supposed to do with that? What is that even supposed to be? I don't recall approving that expense. I'm attempting to work here. You turn that down this instant. It is not music hour yet. Keep it down. Keep it down, I say. A decent choice for once. Explain to me something. How did you do it? I mean the pact. For all of the conditions it imposed, you still surpassed me. How? To think that you would squander such a talent on frivolous pursuit. You do not even realize what you have achieved, do you? Would that you had a talent for listening. Begone for now. My records indicate that you've collected earnings based on some of your accomplishments there, boy. I suppose you need an income of your own, having decided to cut ties and all. They must do better than they have, else they shall be replaced. If they're to grow in their respective roles, they have to know their weaknesses. And so do I. That you collect the bounties for it matters not. Enough. Get out. Blame yourself for that, not Cerberus. I've ordered Nyx to supervise that list. Entirely her problem, boy, and likely yours. How does it feel, knowing that your rampages create the need for so much maintenance? Go occupy yourself someplace else. You come to me to question how I allocate my resources. Preposterous. I care nothing for that wretched shade. That he is tortured for eternity is but a technicality resulting from his arrogance. The terms of his incarceration are long lost. If you could somehow do your job and enact miracles, then yes, you could do anything then, I suppose, including waste your time on those of his undeserving ilk. Oh, be still. You've no authority in my domain. You need not listen to him, contractor. You are distracting me. keep it down. What is it that you're on about? I give the orders around here. You think the contractor is going to help you? That shall be of no help to you, I'm sure. Go practice your declaiming someplace else. What is it do you think that shall achieve? I cannot concentrate with you about. You requisition that useless bit of parchment. You've been abetting him, Thanatos. Behind my back. Betrayal. I would ask you why. Well, you dare to lecture me. My loyal subjects are too few of late, I think. This is your realm, not mine. I'll not cast you into that wretched pit. It's not like I've someone to replace you here besides. Now then, be gone. I thought I told you never to invoke her here. Be thankful that you have no blasted kin. You've such weak blood and such a temperament. Why then would you think I'd risk another such as you? Oh, blast my brothers and blast you as well. All those who know me know I have no heir. You could not rise to the occasion if you tried. And there is no one else. You've only me, and I have only you. Nyx is the night herself, her twin sons, sleep and death. But you, I cannot think of anything I fear, except the god of talking back to me. Perhaps once we are finished with repairs for all the carnage you have sown throughout my realm, then we might finally have time for all the needed renovations that have piled up. Do not invoke her name inside my house, you hear me, boy? You do not know at all what she is like. Though I can see why you two hit it off. She hated her father. Though understandably, as he was worse even than mine. Even than yours. What? Where did you... Ah, the cold witch brought it up, did she? Never repeat that name again. Not here, nor anywhere, you hear me, boy? Know only this. The one called by that name despised it even more than I. I'll tell you nothing. Keep meddling in matters that you cannot understand, and you'll incur the wrath of Olympus on all that you hold dear. And know that it is not for my sake that I'm warning you. What is it now? I see that sneering look upon your countenance, which must mean you have yet another one of your insipid questions, haven't you? You blame your ancestors for your own weakness. You should be thankful you were born with immortality. Though your meddlesome curiosity and constant need for affirmation must certainly be from your mortal side. I said never to speak of her, blast you. You said yourself she is the daughter of the goddess of seasons. Use your fool head for once. I shall review this work once the time permits. Whatever are you going on about? Of all the things, you think that takes priority. Would that your birthright gave you better sense. So wasteful of my realm's resources, boy. What are you prattling about now? You'll not be burning down this house, you hear me, boy? Cheap blessing from Poseidon on a stick and nothing more. You could make better use of your limitless time. Would that your sense of taste exceeded rugs. The poets doubtless shall be singing of your rug. What have you done to my floor surfaces? Are you quite finished alternating rugs? Meddling with rugs again, are we? Oh, leave the blasted rugs alone for once. Reflect upon your many failings with that boy. I ought to have named you Narcissus instead. You dare to thusly mock me, boy. I much prefer the walls to remain bare. You'll never be a match for such a champion. What are you doing to my hall up there? Why don't you go see Tartarus firsthand? Another tastelessly constructed piece. Daedalus ought to stick to chamber work. May it strike fear into these worthless shades. What is that utterly preposterous design? You would associate my house with flowers, boy. That is no place for flowers. Clean that up. The dog is perfectly content such as it is. Don't you disturb the dog, you hear me, boy? Exactly whose unwanted countenance is that? The columns were just fine the way they were. Those columns are for function, not for show. What do you think the dog shall do with that? Hypnos has an important job to do. You think you have the necessary strength. A fair enough adjustment, I should say. The light of Ixion is bright enough. What are you doing to my central hall? That's not of use to anyone. The dead need not be coddled with such things. I see you're cultivating quite the mess. Keep entertaining yourself, boy. Blood and darkness, what have you done now? It ties nothing of the sort. Pah! Orpheus is a talented musician and a fool. I knew he would never get his beloved wife out of here. There's no escape for her or anyone, including you. All right, where were we? Shall we get back to business? Shall we get back to work? Court is back in session. Court is back in session. Blast. Court is in session. Court is now in session. Court is in session now. Form up, Shades. Form up. Shades, form up. Shades, come forth. I'll hear your cases now. Bring forth your cases, Shades. The hearing is now in session. I must get back to work. All those with claims, form up. Shades, get back in line. Shades, line up. Shades, please form a line. Let us hold court. Let us hold court, then. Let us resume court. We're holding court. Shades of the court, I'll hear your claims for now. Shades, we've kept you waiting long enough. If that will be all, then. Shades? Well, Shades, what are you waiting for? Come, Shades, I don't have all day. Come, Shades, I don't have all night. Come, Shades, I don't have all day. Or night? And next. And next. And next. And next. Next already. Next, you. Next. You. Keep moving. Next. Well, next. Your claim? State your claim. What is your claim? Quickly. Quickly. Speak up. Speak up. I'm listening. Next case. Next claim. I'm waiting. What? What brings you here? Explain. Go ahead. I'm waiting. Proceed. Out with it. Huh. Is that all? Is that all? Get to the point. Get to the point. And so what? And truly, what else? Is that so? Is that so? Anything else? Continue. Speak up. Elaborate. What happened then? What happened next? And you did what? I see. Granted. Granted. Go. Granted. Now go. Granted then. Claim. Granted. I've heard enough. Granted. Simple. Granted. Granted. I think not. Denied. Denied. Again. Categorically denied. No. Denied. Claim. Denied. Absolutely denied. Denied. Out. I've heard enough. Denied. Denied. Pah! Denied. We are adjourned. Court adjourned. Court adjourned. I'll hear no more for now. Enough for now. That's enough. Enough. Disperse. That's quite enough for now. We'll take a short recess. Wait. Hold. At ease. A moment. You're late, boy. Again. Get on with your responsibilities. That is not correct. Incorrect. That's not correct. Wrong again. Do you not remember anything I taught? No, wrong. Absolutely wrong. I trust you're learning from all these mistakes. Other desk. Other desk. Wrong desk. That goes to desk Sigma. You're looking for desk Epsilon. Not there. Desk Alpha. No, desk Omega for that step. I have seen quite enough. More mistakes even than last time, Well, what is the latest explanation for your tardiness? Lost track of time admiring the courtyard view? Perhaps you were recuperating from your martial training. Achilles is not prone to holding back. It's not at all the same. The hue of Ixion's green light takes on an obviously lighter hue when it is time. You're an embarrassment not just to me here, boy, but to this entire operation. Now get back to work. Not only were you late again, but then you also failed to perform even the simplest tasks that I had asked repeatedly that you complete. How many chances do you need at this? I am too lenient with you. Excuse me? If I'm not mistaken, you're deflecting your incompetence toward me, as though the goddess of wisdom herself has come to aid you in your time of need. I could replace you here and now with any number of simple shades hungry to work here. Why are you stuck? You're not. You're fired. I was wrong to think you were prepared to take on any responsibility at all. And don't you ever invoke your uncles here again, or I'll have you cast into the lowest pits of Tartarus. Now get out of my administration and my sight. Ah, Orpheus, do not touch anything again in the administrative chamber. The infernal arms are sealed away for a reason, boy. Your curiosity exceeds your common sense, but heed my words. You stay away from those accursed things. Heroes. Mere mortals, same as all the rest. Someday you shall visit Elysium and meet some of these heroes, and discover that they are quite different than the songs suggest. How dare you to insinuate Poseidon has the slightest jurisdiction here? Once waters from the surface flow beneath the earth, they become mine. Each of the rivers, they are mine, not his. You would have better conversation with your chamber walls than with the boatman Charon, boy. Not all those of the underworld are prone to ceaseless chatter quite like you. Now fling the blasted thing again, I said, and put your anger into it this time, like so. Or if you've not anger enough for it yet, you'll learn, I promise you. Never lay hands upon Gygaros, boy. Ever again. The power in that spear could tear you to pieces finer than the ones to which some of your ancestors were once reduced. All of this realm are born of darkness, boy. It's part of everything you'll ever see. The mortals on the surface, they all fear it, foolish as they are, unable to even see its power. These gemstones that you mock, boy, are a symbol of the power of this realm. To you, they're merely trinkets, but to mortals, gemstones hold more value than their very lives. Another vermin outbreak near the surface, then. Would that I had someone dependable to deal with it. Where are those blasted satyrs coming from, and to what end? The vile things. You seek such fame as your great relatives upon their mountain top? Seek to be valuable, not to be known. Obscurity is not what makes you weak. Worship from mortals is a nuisance, not a boon. So help me, boy, I cannot fathom why you would have bought back the authority to enter the administrative chamber once again. That does alleviate a deeply rooted fear of mine, in fact. The scene you caused in your brief time there yet remains a widely talked about event among the shades who toil for me still. Enough, boy. Wrap it up. You what? All this just for that wretched shade. What? Where did you unearth that blasted contract? I have considered many possibilities, boy. And I trust Orpheus considered many possibilities before he signed away his rights to see his so-called muse when once he invaded my realm. Contracts with me are binding, until such time as they dig themselves out of the archives and tear themselves up. And I don't see that happening any time soon. You voided the contract with our court musician. Used your own authority against me. He is. And he knows better than to undermine me, I think. Out with you, then. I'll deal with your insubordination some other time. You waste your time. The sigil shall never work for you. I know what you did. Stay out of Nyx's affairs next time, boy. She is needed here, not wallowing in the primordial dark. Parents, bah! You know nothing of what parents are capable of. Conspire all you like against my wishes, I care not. Get out. Such leniency with binding pacts shall tarnish our good reputation at this rate. I understand the terms of your employment have been altered in my name, Shade. Be grateful that you lack the standing for such changes to require my personal approval. Though you remain in my employ, correct? How lenient do they make these pacts today? You are off duty now, is that not so? Go then. Take advantage of the added benefit. You altered one of my own pacts without so much as seeking my consent, undoing terms that were agreed upon. Do you intend to undermine everything in this house, boy? Or only me? Terms that they chose themselves. Terms to the benefit of this house. What if Achilles were to leave his post for the green pastures of Elysium? What then? A naive hope at best. The more you step away from your responsibilities, the less you shall want anything to do with them. Ha! Is that your way of asking me for your old job back, boy? You were a scourge upon every administrative duty to which you were assigned. Privileges are earned and not begged for, boy. Unless you plan to reimburse this house for all the income that we lost because of you, then you shall not so much as set foot in the administrative chamber again. Whichever exorbitant amount the house contractor has on record, now leave me be. Indulge me for a moment, boy. Why bother to construct a sundial there? Knowing full well it was my wish to have one installed. To demonstrate your awe-inspiring authority? Or to deny me the small pleasure of doing it myself? Ha! I would have chosen an entirely different marble texture for it anyway. Those bats are for reconnaissance and not for your mood. A sundial at last. Indeed. Would that you were a painted skeleton yourself. Go cast yourself in there, why don't you, boy? No mosaic shall eliminate your shame, boy. You would squander your earnings on that. Only those with pure contempt for honest victory. Don't give me such ideas, Orpheus. Instead, you go about your business there and play your blasted songs when circumstances call for it. Redecorating once again, I see. Indecisive as ever. An utterly unnecessary change. What did you do now? What are you doing now? What have you done this time? You use your limited authority for that. A change for change's sake. Blast, just leave it be. What are you even going on about? Whose house do you think this is? Ugh, what did you do now? You need not listen to him, contractor. Was that truly necessary, boy? Why bother with such triviality? Utterly senseless. It was fine. Leave that poor contractor alone. Can you believe this, Cerberus? You're wasting everybody's time. I'd better not catch anybody sitting down on that. What good shall that do all the way down there? Thanatos has no need for such embellishments. There is sufficient warmth already in that hall. None shall sit besides myself and Cerberus. You wish to see the Fury Sisters go to Tartarus. Nick Shirley is unwanting of attention such as that. Persephone. I'm sorry. Know that I am sorry. A solution. What, do you intend to have them over for ambrosia? Not even you can fix a broken family, Persephone. I would do anything that you would ask of me. Zagreus, you have already met Persephone, our queen. I expect for you to show deference to her at all times. Yes, Zagreus. I know there have been times when I've let my mood reflect on you. I showed very little patience. Question your judgment, often when my own was flawed. Thus, I apologize to you, my son. I have no excuses, and I ask no forgiveness. About that, your ransacking revealed many flaws in our security. The types that never get into reports. Our reputation rides on there being no escape from here. Would you keep trying to break free? Not for my sake, but for this realm. For the Queen, our boy. If you think for an instant that I shall go easier on you because of this, you'll soon learn otherwise. You have it half correct. Persephone, how can you be so certain your request was executed to your satisfaction? This house is not a suitable location for such guests. Dionysus alone shall bring ruin to this place. Or, the faith thing that you said. All right. Well, little brother, the Queen and I, in turn, appreciate you all taking time out of your doubtless busy lives to come all this distance to my house. That is what I am afraid of. Do you truly believe my brothers and the rest shall take the sort of care of them while they draw breath, as we do here after they have expired? But they are never satisfied, always begging us to provide more and more. No, I suppose not. But they need us. And what are the complaints from Elysium? They wanted the lawns thoroughly manicured for their athletic contests. There have been fewer reports about it as of late. And what of the satyr problem? Blasted things are rampant up there still. He has. Well, be that as it may. If they pester you at all, do let me know and I shall have them dealt with quickly. You are certain all your needs have been provided for? Because if there's anything that you require, Persephone, I cannot promise you such things. They're not my strengths. Besides, I have a reputation to uphold. God of the dead. If the wretches do not fear me, or you for that matter, what then? Our best. That I can promise you. Sometimes I still cannot believe that you are here, returned to us. Your radiance in all this darkness. You must miss seeing the coast. You have taken much less time adjusting to this place than when first you joined us. Pardon my surprise. I myself was forced to be here. I never thought anyone would come from the surface here by choice. Farewell indeed, Lord Zeus. Your unpredictability is one of your assets. Our defenses must always be on guard. So yes, go about your business as you best see fit. I do. Your mother, the Queen, is working on that. Your mother did not come here willingly when we originally met. When she left, believing you were stillborn, her decision was final. I believed that she was better off without the lot of us, Olympus included. Deceiving both of you. It tore against my being, but it needed to be done. Ha! 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 Nonsense! Don't you think I would recall such an event? Silence! This discussion is over. I hardly think this is the time or place to indulge your overwrought imagination. I told you, boy. I told you. There's no escape from here. Learn that the hard way, then. Ha ha ha! Nonsense! Listen to me. If you have any sense remaining in that head of yours, I caution you not to discuss this here and now. No, I'll hear no demands from you. No, it most certainly is not. Though I take it shall not be long before another of our private meetings then. You need to learn to hold a spear, observe. The sturdy grip is necessary here and here, though we must find for you an instructor with more time to spare. You must accept that you are not like all the others here. Your differences do not make you deficient. They can make you strong. It's up to you. I have no idle time to spare you, boy. Have you observed the parchment work upon my desk? Go play with Thanatos, or Hypnos, or the dog. I need to finish this. Your grandparents? The Titans, they were called. Long since passed from this world, boy. You have my assurance, however, that you did not miss much in having never met. Keep to yourself, then. Our house is not so great in size, thus boundaries must be set. I shall refrain from entering your chambers, as you shall never again try to enter mine. Waste not your time, though it is limitless. Busy yourself in doing things of use. Learn. Learn how to learn. I cannot teach you everything myself. The Elder Sigil shall never work for you, boy. Only a privileged few have unconstrained authority to traverse this realm, and you are not among them, I'm afraid. You call this shouting? This is not shouting, boy. This is merely having certain expectations which you have not met. Now, try once again. Look to me for clear instruction, boy, not for the embodiment of the standard to which you are held. Set your aim higher than to be like me. Forget about the surface, boy. You are not missing much. Here we have warmth and wealth, stability. Up there, nothing of the sort. Speak not to me of failure. Failure is the greatest instructor of all. Your existence is a sequence of mistakes. Avoid making the same one twice. Ask Nyx about such things, do not ask me. She is the one born to this realm. I'm a foreigner. Moved here to take this job, can you believe it, boy? Mortals believe that there is no return from here. They are correct, and we all must do our part to keep it that way. We have a certain reputation to uphold. Why am I never proud of you? Don't take it personally, boy. I'm never proud of anything. Pride is perhaps our family's worst trait. See how many mortals are with us because of it. Blasted parchment work, it never goes away. Your recent efforts have proved useful to this place. Go instill some fear in those wretches out there, would you? He's back again, Cerberus. I'll try not to keep him for as long next time. Doubtless I shall get you for that one next time. Another satyr outbreak to look out for next you venture there. Be certain to give your regards to your mother as well. Repairs for all the carnage that you sowed are already underway. What else can we do to contain you, I wonder? I have some catching up to do, as you can see. We ought to reconvene the court now, I suppose. As you can see, I must attend to all this parchment work. I must say you made a hollow mockery of Theseus that time. Our security efforts in Asphodel are evidently lacking. Go rest yourself if need be, though the underworld is ready when you are. Against my better judgment, I went easier on you that time. Thus starts and ends our brief exchange of pleasantries. Continue to perform your duties as you have. Cerberus there was anticipating your return. Your mother expected this most recent result of yours. Do I appear as though I've time for conversation, boy? Let us discuss your work performance at some other time. Your infamy throughout Elysium has only grown. I must admit, That was a job well done back there. Those chthonic companion things you have from Nyx, or whoever they ended up with, I know they have been benefiting you. Not what I mean. Some of your friends have been reluctant to engage against me during our scuffles on the surface. Know that I have authorized them to proceed if necessary. I consider it an expansion of their responsibilities. Now go. The latest reports indicate that mortals are fully twice as fearful of ending up in Tartarus as in our last evaluation period, thanks to the destruction you have caused. You are an unseen power in the underworld. Commendable. I give credit where it's due. But the mortals? They know nothing of what transpires here. Only rumblings we permit to escape our realm. Rumblings that reinforce their deepest fears about what shall transpire after their demise. Precisely. Cerberus has much better things to do than play with toys. I welcome you to go about your business, boy. What you do with your wretched bedchambers is your business alone. If that mess of a table enhances the contractor's productivity, then so be it. Those blades don't even work. No wonder you prefer them so. I've always had a thing for silence around here. Do give the champion of Elysium my best regards when next you're slain by him. The climate in this house is perfectly attuned as it is. What? What happened to my... another of your foolish pranks. He is a shade, boy. What use has he for supple carpeting? I do suppose that gold suits those sufficiently. Thanatos would never sit down on the job. Thanatos is far too industrious to require such a thing. What use has death incarnate for such things? The prior dimness of that hall was entirely intentional. This is my blasted hall rather than yours. Why settle for a painting when you could just go get yourself killed there now? Green is perhaps last among the list of colors I would have selected. There were no complaints on record of the prior tables. Last that I checked, this was not Poseidon's domain. You ought to be displayed with all the rest. I pity those who have depended on our lounge for its formal, understated atmosphere. Ha ha ha! Healthy attitude? From him? You do not need another blasted bed. Such an ignoble way to step into this house needs no adornment. There you go, getting ahead of yourself again. The final stages of renovation are some of the most vital, second only to the initial planning. There's a great deal of important work ahead. Oh, I'm certain I shall figure something out. Verify something for me here, boy. According to the latest reports, you attempted unsuccessfully to shoplift from Charon himself, and were consequently slain. Utterly ignoble end, even for you. You incur the wrath of ancient chthonic gods, and then are surprised to be destroyed by them. Have you learned nothing after all this time? Tell me something, boy. Zagreus. Why did you do all this? Return the queen. Go to such lengths. At a certain point, you must have learned the way I felt about her. Yet still you persisted. If I were you, I'd not have done me any favors. I see. I appreciate your candor. Nevertheless, I thank you. I do not know how you accomplished what you did, but know that I am grateful for the outcome, even if I fail to act like it much of the time. One thing before you depart again, boy. Until the Queen's intentions with Olympus come to pass, not a word to anyone about her presence here. Do you understand? To what do I owe the pleasure, boy? For I'm unaccustomed to being approached by you here in my house. Oh yes, the parchment work is going splendidly. Would you care for some? There is no shortage of it, you see. You know full well that the pomegranates in my realm hold a certain power beyond the tartness of their taste, boy. The Queen, she has a way with plants, you see. A bit of her own mother's gift, applied more sensibly. They are very easy to maintain. I can dispose of this properly. Speaking of disposal, I've no further need for this here, so rid me of it, why don't you? On your way out. I don't require beverages in order to enjoy myself, boy, unlike so many of your kin upon their mountain. Yet this blasted substance somehow finds its way to my domain. Then fine. You wish for the customs here to be more akin to Olympus? Why not? Whatever you did to my blasted seat is of no consequence to me. From my vantage point, I can't even see it. A foolish prank and waste of valuable resources, nothing more. The limitless work keeps things fresh enough as it is, though if making aimless changes in this house is how you choose to spend your limitless time, I'll have no part of it. Blame the blasted mortals for perishing so easily, or blame Lord Ares prior to accusing me. With their surface wars, not only do they kill each other readily, but also often subsequently perish from the consequences of it all. Bah, how should I know? The mortals are equipped to settle their petty differences by any number of means. We have to make room for them all sooner or later, regardless. You wish to mine my realm for gemstones, be my guest. Skeletons. I'm sure they'll welcome you when next you visit Asphodel. You may not realize it, boy, but we have a certain standard of decency we uphold around here. Clearly she is more than capable of handling herself, and we here have been well accustomed to not having her about. Nothing is normal anymore. Besides, she shall return. Knowing that she shall return, is that not sufficient for you? Be patient, for once. I'm certain the superficial messages we have exchanged shall taper off with time. We have always been apart, irrespective of the distance separating us. I know Zeus is content with your mother's version of events. Thus we are at peace, for now. I mean only that our family is prone to causing problems for itself, never content to leave things well enough alone. But if we have little to do with them, their quarrels, or their nonsense on Olympus, it should be of no consequence. Pah! I shared in that particular concern. And yes, it is good the Queen has once again returned. And she shall have to depart again before we know it, so cherish your time with her, boy. Zagreus. You're probably correct. You must think it is my age that makes me obstinate, unable to change my nature, but I have always been inflexible. You think I'm proud of it? You call me father, like it's an insult. I deserve the title only as a technicality, I know. Yes, well, unfortunately I am a significant impediment. You should be well aware of that. You were able to stop me. I have, thus far, been unable to do so. Enough of this, boy. Even mortals know better. I don't want your nectar or ambrosia or whichever offerings. You owe me no such thing, and I shall not accept it any longer. In fact, here. You shall take all of it back. How dare you lecture me? I mean... Look, as you told me yourself, there's no changing what already transpired. And our memories are warnings. When you have lived as long as I have, you come to understand your weaknesses. Listen to me. My attempts at making peace are going to be rather subtle for your tastes. I cannot change the past, and there is only so much I can do about the future. I tell you this because I shall not lie to you again. That much I swear. Your reports have been much more punctual of late, Hypnos. That is to be expected. However, the illustrated edges, a clever detail, ensures certain reports are easily procured from a stack of parchment. Yes, well, certainly then you have a number of such tasks requiring your attention. Continue working diligently then. Olympus knows of him, bestowing on him all their worthless blessings here within my realm. Our realm. Explain to me how exactly this is possible, Nyx. Either your limitless power has considerably waned, or you are up to something. Blood and darkness, do not speak to me about their influence. I've seen their influence firsthand. You've made a foolish mistake. Nyx! Back to your senses then, boy. The pact of punishment is not something one ought to trifle with unknowingly, in case you've yet to notice. We are bound by the fates to this realm. It is ours, and we belong to it in turn. And I did not hold back against you. Rather, I had forgotten my old strength. Some of it since returned to me. Pointless to even ask. What motivates us is a complicated thing. But if you long to face me with the power I once held during my own youth, you have available to you the means. You owe me nothing, certainly not this. And I've nothing to give you in exchange. But fine, I'll honor our custom. Give it here. I do not deal in hypotheticals, boy. Each realm has its host of unenviable problems. You have never experienced the cold and sopping sea, or the blinding heights of Olympus. I have, and I assure you, you're not missing much. I hate not having any choice. Enjoy the freedoms that you have. As you grow long in years, you gain more burdens and responsibilities, until they bind you. Tell me in brief, boy, our own upon Olympus, are they continuing to aid you as expected? Indeed. I half expected they would disappoint. Abandon you to toil on your own. At least thus far they've honored their commitment then. I did not chronicle all Typhon's wretched offspring, boy. No one did. Some of them sit upon our shoulders now, lest we forget that things could easily have turned out rather differently, and much, much worse. You're better off. Regarding your responsibilities, our resources director is available to you, in my private quarters. Normally, it would be I alone transferring excess resources back into our realm. You get to do precisely that. It is not necessary that you do. But if you wish to rise above your current station, you shall do it. It is. There is no point but pride, and pride is dangerous. Do what you will. I care not as long as everything gets adequately done. Briefly now, boy. Our resources director informs me you've advanced in rank. Commendable. That's all. You are advancing through the ranks of your position, and returning to our realm the vast resources you have claimed. As well you ought. Carry on. We cannot speak of this except Unseen One, the highest ranking that we can bestow. I never once imagined that you could achieve that rank yourself, or any rank of note. Yes, for this is the only world we know. Zagreus. Our work is never done. More to be done. Thought I had you there. Boy, Zagreus. There you are. Returned, have you? What now, Nyx? Do you realize the danger you have put her in? You claim to care for her, but now you threaten to expose her. To them. Ugh. What I attempted to tell you, Nyx, is I am grateful for our long-standing collaboration here. My rule was thrust upon you and your kin. By all rights, you ought to have undermined my every move. I often thought you would. Yet once Olympus and I severed ties, you stood by me still. The honor is mine. Hypnos. That shall be all. Lest I rescind your commendation and cast you out of here. No. Ugh. Come, get your gloating well out of the way so I can get back to this parchment work. It piled up in my prolonged absence. Nor I. Next time, the fates may not decide to favor you like that. If there shall be a next time. You hung the painting where I asked. He is. And he knows better than to undermine me, I think. Though I suppose the Queen would take your side that he has paid his dues in full by now. Oh, you are in for it now, boy. You won't be better off, believe you me. You spend exorbitant resources on festoonery to trifles such as that in times such as these. You wish to throw away your gemstones, fine by me. I'll have no part in paying for such things. Your resources to waste the way you please. My desk is far more organized than you, boy. And if you're so concerned about our court musician, why don't you commute his sentence yourself? Seeing as I haven't gotten around to it yet. Counting on resources you have not yet earned. Be certain that you take appropriate precautions with the sigil of the dead that you now bear. Should some misfortune come to it through negligence, it cannot be replaced. Correct. It would not do at all. Fortunately, the power of the unseen can remain well hidden as it pleases. What is it your instructor always says? Indeed. They had no jurisdiction here. No knowledge of our goings-on. Well, Hermes did perhaps, but in a very limited capacity. As far as anybody knew beyond this realm, our queen was Nyx. Ask nothing more of this. You are so well accustomed to defying me that you forget there are no others, either living or dead, who would so dare. None in this house shall speak of this until we are prepared to make any announcements on our own terms. Do you have any idea what happens when you announce the underworld as a queen, boy? Damn it. Zagreus, I mean. You become inundated with well wishes from every blasted shade that wants something. The work, nevertheless, has to be done. I've asked repeatedly for the construction of a sundial, but every time they tell me no. Can you believe it? You and your sisters have protected Tartarus unerringly. The prince has proven uncontainable. The fault is mine, not yours. Your duty to this realm must be commended. There is and isn't, Megara. I ask only that you remain committed to this realm. Bar passage in and out of Tartarus. And if the prince continues to show up, you give him hell. Would that all my subjects exhibited such promptness. Your report, then, if you please, do, sir. See that we achieve 30% before the turn of the Eon, Chief Custodian. Other than that, a satisfactory report. Now carry on. You take his word for it. How can you trust him not to ruin everything? I shall require no additional reminders. Know, in turn, that I shall always oversee this realm to the full extent of my ability. It has. The last time, what was it you said? That there must be some resolution to the matter, as you called it, with my son. Well, it is settled now. Isn't it, boy? And so you see, I would continue in our mutual good graces, if you please. This house can only function if the upper management is in accord. What do you say? Then, as you were, dismissed. Well done, Zagreus. Your performance has been adequate of late. You are a hard worker. Your mother's proud of you, as you can see. You lack several of my worst traits. Your contributions to this realm are appreciated. Has it occurred to you that I alone have final say about whose countenance is shown up there? Although others who shall not be named did put in a good word for you repeatedly. See to it. And, well done. I thought she already told you. Ah, come with me, now. Swear to me that you shall never repeat what you are about to hear. Swear it. So, you had it mostly right before. After I inherited the underworld, your Uncle Zeus felt sympathy for me, he says. Your mother, he knew she was unhappy on Olympus, and he knew I was drawn to her. So what did he do? He brought her here, gave her to me as a gift. Yes! The blasted fool with all his flights of fancy. He does whatever he wants. He could have achieved a similar outcome in a limitless number of reasonable ways, rather the result of what was tantamount to kidnapping, even if she wanted to leave. You know nothing of tempers if mine is your frame of reference, Zagreus. Now enough of this. You know the rest. Remember your oath. I know. Why have you returned? If Olympus, if your mother discovers what happened, not even Zeus, not even he could stop what would transpire here. Regarding your responsibilities, are resources directors available to you? In the administrative chamber. Normally it would be I alone transferring excess resources back into our realm. Who are these self-appointed judges, I would like to know? Are you quite finished with your decorating yet? It would be lovely if you let me work in peace. I'm certain it is very modest in comparison to Mount Olympus, but I trust that you were suitably entertained. The sea, the heavens and the earth, all of this belongs to my brothers. We are their kin by birth, but we are foreigners in their country. You impertinent brat. Fine. Impulsiveness runs in the family. I never grew accustomed to the air up here. It gusts senselessly whichever way it pleases. I suppose you must prefer it to the stillness of the air below. We're gods, boy. Killing one another is our lot, although I always thought I was above it. I told you that you cannot leave this place. It seems I must enforce my rules myself. I'm sending you home. Now. I suppose that you must hate the very sight of me. You'll understand then why I wear the Helm of Darkness. To have been brought this low by my own ungrateful child. I would expect such treatment from my brothers, but from you... How... You... Go. Go then. Go! Get out of here! Get out! Wait. Wait, just... If you find her... If you somehow find her... Tell her something for me. Tell her Cerberus is doing very well. I know your question, boy. But ask it anyway. Blood and darkness. There was a time when Cerberus would never have permitted any soul to exit through that gateway there behind you. They left on my authority alone, nor did they take for granted my good graces. You believe you are entitled simply to walk out of here, from your birthright and your responsibilities. But I am here to tell you, no. This cold white substance falling slowly from the heavens, snow they call it. Look carefully upon each fleck. Tiny crystals, but structurally weak. They melt. This surface realm, it is held up by mine. You wish to have your mortal-colored blood spill once again upon this bed of snow, then fine. Let us proceed. My brothers and my sisters and myself, we too wanted to slay our parents, the Titans. Bastards. And worse. We had no recourse at the time save to collaborate, developed a specific plan and saw it through. And the Titans. You think me cruel, yet know nothing of cruelty. But here, you want something to hate, then have it. You know now what you're doing here is without any purpose whatsoever. Even if I don't slay you myself, you'll simply perish when you cross that threshold there. And yet you still persist. Would that we had a little more support. The renovations could have been complete by now. As ever, you think only of yourself. But if you must insist like this, then you will find me waiting for you once you get here. Every single time. Look at yourself, boy. You barely stand, and yet believe you can surpass me in your current state. Perhaps not yet, but very, very soon. Come all this way again to fall to me. Would that you paid me such respects back at the house. What is it going to take for you to understand that your place is in the house? I shall give you no quarter, boy, although I doubt that you expected otherwise. The sea and air are very still this eve, though I suppose that is about to change. Know only that I take no pleasure in what I am now forced to do. Such contempt for your own father. But we are not finished here yet. Your youth provides you with a certain mindless strength, but such power has its limits. Now that we had our little warm-up, it is time that we began in earnest. You strike at your own father. What choice does that leave me? All right then, boy. You've stirred my anger suitably by now. You are blind even to simple truths. Your eyes deceive you, boy. Excuse me for a moment. I shall be right back. Come forth, wretches, and dispose of this unfilial oaf. Wretches of the underworld, heed me, and rise from the earth to do my bidding. Hear me, wretches. Rise now from my realm, and fight again. On my authority as Lord of Death, awaken, wretches, and defend your king. Upon my name, I order all you wretches of the underworld to attend me now. Now, here, boy. Observe. Enough of this. You test my patience. You asked for this. You had your chance. Enough. You wish to anger me? I have something for you. Zagreus? You blasted little. No more. Enough of you. Out of my sight. You're going back. You cannot cheat death. There is no escape. Go home, boy. Kick and scream all you like. You can't withstand me. My foolish brother cannot help you now. Blast that wretched Zeus. Poseidon ought not meddle in others' affairs. I don't appreciate this, brother Poseidon. You'd cower underneath Athena's shield. Athena cannot save you from me, boy. Aphrodite has no jurisdiction here. That meddlesome goddess of love. The hunting goddess ought choose lesser prey. Artemis, This hunt is well out of your league. Predictable the war god would be here. You'd best stay out of my affairs, Ares. That drunkard's power means nothing to me. Why are you staining my clothes with wine? I'll not indulge such outbursts from you, boy. You'd pit my own kin against me? How vile that you drag Olympus into this. You see? Go home. Go home. Go home, I said. You brought this on yourself. There. There. Another. More. Well. Again. You. Really? Harder. Truly. No. Useless. You waste your strength, idiot. Would that you applied yourself to something worth the while. I send you home now with nothing to show for it. You're as disgraceful as our kin upon Olympus. I told you, boy, that there is no escape. Some day or night you shall look back on this and thank me, boy. If this must be the way to teach you discipline, then so be it. You mind your manners once you return to my hall. How disappointingly predictable an outcome. You well could have expected this result, weakling. Remember that I vanquished Titans, boy. How many times shall you make me do this? Keep trying vainly as often as you like. Your flailing attempts against me are embarrassing. Consider that a reimbursement for last time. You are somewhat stronger than expected, boy. How arrogant of you to think you are superior to me. Ugh. Blast. Ow. Ugh. You. See you at home. Charon, take me home. There is no escape. Farewell. Good riddance. Ugh. No. Ah, but there you are, boy, finally. Despite my knowing you are always late for everything, here you've outdone yourself by quite some time. Your mockery of me may temporarily embolden you, but achieves nothing useful in the end. It should not have had to come to this. For all your antics with me at around the house, I always kept my temper, have I not? Unlike you. You still have yet to see the sun itself. You know only the light of Ixion, but the sun? It is positively blinding. Hideous. It hasn't always, but that's of no consequence to us. Especially when there's a raging battle to be fought. I must admit to something, boy. Achilles taught you reasonably well. I expected that if anyone could train you into martial competence, it would be him. I anticipate more than you know. But Achilles merely practiced against mortals. Now you practice against me. Why? Why do you keep showing up? In spite of knowing that the outcome shall be just the same as how it always was. Yeah, utterly incorrigible. When next we meet here, then we'll keep it brief. I have grown weary of our aimless conversations. Now prepare. You dare lash out against me like this, boy? I think that you are an ignoble brat. I think you are wasting your time. Why do you keep up this foolishness? Would that you could be useful there from time to time. You shall never find her. She is gone. You're but a simple fool. All that I've told you is for your own good. She's gone, I say! You know nothing. You'd like to perish, wouldn't you? What would you know of it? Oh, I can do just that. I'll happily oblige. Perish. Death is inescapable. Fall. Go home. You still resist. You're bleeding, boy. Pathetic. Wide open. I thought Achilles taught you to be quick. There you are. Then let us now commence this ugly business yet again. The heavens and the seas belong to my brothers. But know that you are still in my domain. You bypassed Cerberus again, I see. Unfortunately for the both of us. I had other pressing business to attend to, but I cannot let you leave. No matter how many times you try, your stubbornness shall get you nowhere with me. You're not getting out of here. You're not leaving. I don't think so. I think not. You're not going anywhere. Did you really think you could just walk away? Prepare. Do you feel your blood beginning to boil? Too slow. Beware, boy. I'll boil your blood. You should have avoided that. Got you. What's wrong, boy? Wake up, boy. Surely you could have avoided that. What's the matter, boy? You're stuck. You're trapped. Hold still. No squirming out of this. Be careful where you step. You stepped in something, boy. Even my wretches don't want you to leave. You wait right there, blast you, boy. You think you are superior to me. You are a fool. Ugh. With your youth comes a certain strength, it seems. I shall see you back at home. How is this possible? That this... Oh. The world you seek out there. It's even crueler than the one you know. Oh. Why, I was much stronger once than this. Ah, blast! That you of all my kin would be the one to do this. To me. No matter how many times you beat me. We're family. There's no escaping that. You've no control over your brutish strength. What shall it take for you to cease with this madness? And I'll show you the might that vanquished the Titans themselves. No. You're holding back, as always. You have no inkling of what you need. Oh, I think it's the perfect time. Stubborn oaf. What you desire is impossible. You cannot talk to me that way. No, that shall accomplish nothing. You ought to be. You impudent. I'll make you regret this. Fine. Such utter disrespect. Happily, I thought you might. You'd not listen even if I did. What would you know of misery? Unfilial oaf. We certainly shall. I do, you idiot. You won't do it again. I'll treat you as you deserve. Perhaps the fates decided that its wielders ought to all eventually wind up on its receiving end. Come, then. Let us see what the great Achilles has taught you. So, you think that you can vanquish me with my fool brother's old forgotten blade? Poseidon was never any good with Stygius. Grew envious of my spearwork. Now he's famous for that fork of his. Always taking credit where none is due. Your assurances mean nothing to me, boy. You think yourself quite capable? Then show me. You come here bearing Brother Zeus's aegis. I wonder how much more insulting you could be. Doubtless Zeus does not even remember wielding it. I never should have relied on him for anything after that. Then come. Let's see if you're any better with it than your great uncle, Varatha. I recognize its presence now. That's not just any three-pronged lance you wield. I could never stand to look at it. Once my brothers and my sisters and myself, once our foul work was done, again you have defeated me somehow. And yet, what shall it take? What shall it take for you to... Oh, you... Tell no one at the house. Do you hear me? You stubborn... You shrug off death as though it means nothing to you. I shall keep coming back. The same as you. You think that you're the only one who shall keep fighting? I must admit, you've learned something at some point in all this. Were it not for all my wretched kin upon Olympus, that won't be working here. No one shall help you here. Face me yourself. What is the matter, boy? No help is coming, boy. I do not think so. You think that Megara would aid you here? You truly think that Thanatos would defy me? What did you think would happen, boy? I did not summon you. Return immediately to your post, you wretch. You, identify yourself. Who is this miscreant? What base-born wretch is this? That blasted wretch is back. Be gone from here, blast you. You shall be very sorry for this wretch. Was that a boulder from the blasted sky? Your handiwork, I take it, Brother Zeus. Was that your foolish doing, Poseidon? Another of your blasted boulders, boy? A collapse from the temple, nothing more. Was that the blasted boulder from before? You mean to mock me with such tricks? A laughable excuse for an assault. Foul weather is the only kind. Fall! Fall, blast you! Fall, I said! You... die! I've had it with you, boy! Let's have it out then, boy! I shall not take such disrespect from you. You wish to anger me. You brought this on yourself. I'll tolerate no more of this from you. Idiot! You'll perish yet. Think you can keep this up? You're merely stalling, boy. Not yet persuaded to go back, I see. Hungry for more, I see. Now this! This is for your own good. Let's see you run from this. You'll burn. Behold! Fire! You... brat. How... blast you ungrateful. How dare you... you'll pay for... you shall not... why... you... how... you never ever learn. You're stubborn, boy. However, so am I. Achilles taught you reasonably well. Supposing I shall see you here again some other eve. Now that we're finished here, I can get back to work. It grew distinctly colder just as you arrived. So Demeter has been in contact with you then. That witch. Tell me how much she knows, then you are ignorant. Keep it that way with her, lest you risk everything, you understand. The consequences would be far worse than a foul stretch of weather. But enough talk now. The two of you know nothing then, it seems. Keep it that way, especially with her, lest you risk everything, you understand. The consequences would be far worse than a foul stretch of weather. But enough talk now. What have you done with my ancient weapon, boy? I sense Varatha's form there in your feeble grip, but... there's some garish power you've awakened in it, haven't you? No, let's not. Gygaros is the mightier weapon with none of the treacherous past. It needs no fanciful shape-shifting tricks to run you through. Behold, Demeter had best stay out of my affairs. That cold witch worsens the weather still. You're back, with Stygius in hand. Come then, and show me your technique. The blade of the underworld cannot help you here, you realize that, boy. Your heart-seeking Coronoct may have brought you this far, but shall not help you here. That heart-seeking bow you wield, it is nothing but a tool for cowards, boy. The Shield of Chaos. What a monstrous thing. How suitable for you. You bear the Aegis so much like your uncle Zeus once did. You think the rail of adamant can vanquish me? We'll momentarily find out. You would take aim at me with Exegryph. Then very well, you would attack me with the savagery of the twin fists. Then come. Again you seek to use the power of Malphon against me. Fine. You are predictable in your arrivals here. Less so during the fight itself. I was just thinking on when last I vanquished you. Come, refresh my memory. No matter how often you defeat me, I shall face you here. Remember, I can always get here much, much faster than you. No matter how quickly you're able to get here, I shall be waiting. Again, you draw me from all my responsibilities back at the house. I cannot let you go, boy. Some night such as this one, you'll understand. I shall be interested to see if you can vanquish me again here, boy. Come, show me everything you've learned of how to fight. You've slipped by Cerberus again, I see. Then draw your weapon, boy. I see it's time again that we begin our bloody business here. This blasted place. How can you even stand it on the surface here? Who shall be first to return home this time, do you suppose? It seems it's time again I sent you home myself. Your rampage through my realm ends here and now. I thought you might arrive right about now. Then let us have our fight. You'll go not one step farther past this threshold, boy. The world beyond my realm is not for you. You're going home. I wonder, boy, who's going to kill whom this time around. I cannot fathom why you wish to die repeatedly like this. You really think you can just walk away? You dare attempt to vanquish me again? You truly think this surface is where you belong? Do you even realize what you're doing, boy? Why do you keep doing this time after blasted time? Why have you forced me to confront you here again? Why do you wish to die repeatedly like this? Why have you come all this way again? That brutish strength of yours. How like your relatives you are. You lack the proper form. Pure brutish strength. Is this another showing of your brutish strength? What shall it take for all of this to end? What shall it take for you to cease making me face you here? What shall it take for you to stop this foolishness? What is it going to take for you to get some sense into your head? I cannot remain. My strength fails. Blast. Again, you'll never truly win. I shall remember this. Are you yet satisfied? You shall soon follow. Vanquished again by my own fool kin. Boy, you speak none of this to anyone. How did you accomplish this? You cannot escape. None of us can. Then go. See what awaits you in this realm. I failed you again. How? I never had any respect for Stygius, that blade you bear. Perhaps unfairly due to Brother Poseidon's sloppy form when once he wielded it. But now it seems quite different in your care. Arthur! No name either of gods or kings of any realm I know. Then introduce us, as you say, to this new amateur to whom your blade rendered its services. The bow is the weapon of a coward, boy. I said so even to Hera's face. I'm unsurprised that you are drawn to it, and yet something has changed about it. I can tell. I know not why the old infernal arms endear themselves to you, and I entirely care not in whose weakling aspect you bring them forth, only to fall to me. To me, wretches! Destroy my kin, and an eternal torment to you if you speak of this. Rise, wretches, and fight with the ferocity with which you once clung to your meager lives. Wretches of the underworld, I command you now to rise and fight for me. Awaken, wretches, and fight once more upon the surface realm where you were slain. Heed now my summons, wretches, and come bring my wayward son down to your depths. So, Varatha and Gygaros are to clash again upon this empty field. Let us have at it, then. I knew someday the Eternal Spear would turn on me. Let's see you wield it, boy. There you are, bearing my brother's blasted shield, flaunting it about so recklessly. Though what have you done to it now? You presently shall find I'm no mere giant lizard, boy. Though we shall see whether this Beowulf is any help to you. You approach me with that loathsome rail, boy, emanating a hellish fury more even than usual at that. Little surprise you took a shine to it. It was the weapon that I hated most of all. Invoking names you know nothing about. Presuming all the while far too much. You take that monstrous artifact for another friend. You would be wiser to be wary of its influence. But let us fight. Blast you, boy. We should have never sprung from chaos. None of this. You now know that even if you are able to surpass me, you shall ultimately perish soon enough. And yet you still persist. Utterly senseless. Silence, boy. Save all your ignorant and baseless accusations. You seem incapable of heeding my request that you not blather on about a matter you shall never understand. Then I shall save my breath for this fight. To think Olympus has been aiding you. You must be so grateful to them for their aid, without which none of this would have been possible. Be grateful they have not found out as yet for all your meddling. You do not know them as well as you think. Ask yourself why she left Olympus and how. Or better yet, Ask her. Ha! Surprisingly not distant from the truth. I took her, boy. I took her down with me. Is that what you wish to hear? Does that anger you? Come, bring forth that anger then. So, boy, did you ask her? About how she came to join me in the underworld? Did you confirm all your suspicions then? You make such accusations knowing next to nothing. Careless as ever. Poseidon had nothing to do with it. He knows even less than you. If you value her existence or your own, you would be wise to keep it that way. And to turn back. She was the queen. Queen of the underworld. My queen. Commanding reverence, and awe, and fear. She was not just... what was the term you used? A consolation prize. You are as disrespectful to her as you are to me, all the terrible choices I've made. By the time you have existed for as long as I have, pray you will have made fewer. Although I fear you shall surpass me in at least this one regard. I have done virtually everything within my power to prevent this. All of it. For nothing. The fates were not content to saddle me within the earth. They mock me still. You're right. I was unwilling. I made my choices in all this. I loved her, yes. I loved her terribly. But now, it seems I'm merely delaying the inevitable. Go then. Go to her. But should harm befall her, I shall bring my worst wrath upon whomever is to blame, including you. Go. Before I reconsider. Not this time. You cannot goad me this time. Do not keep her waiting. Go to her, I said. Enough of this. Huh. Confronting you like this. It's different now. Still, it is a responsibility just as before. There is to be no escape from my realm. Ultimately, I must see to that myself. And you are scrawny, though slippery, blast you. All that pent-up rage behind your smiling words. Come, unleash it once again. I expect you to go all out. To the death, if you are here, then. The Olympians must still be lending you their aid. Just as before. I scarce believe the Queen's preposterous idea worked. That all it took to settle an old score was a blasted family feast, indeed. To the death, as always, boy. Zagreus, ready yourself. Already here? It seems our underworld still has many failings I shall have to deal with after this. Come show your father what you've learned of late. Do not hold back. Would that you cleaned your chambers with the same devotion you show getting to these heights. Untold murderous wretches in my realm, all at my beck and call, yet still you made it here. You have circumvented all of my security measures again. But can you get through me? I trust you have retained enough of your strength through this ordeal to make this worth our while. Catch your breath if necessary, and then let us see if you shall earn your bonus for this day. Ah, not one of my overseers managed to stop you again. Must I do everything myself? I still have some of my old strength, it seems. Better fortunes next time, Zagreus. You did make it this far, at least. Be mindful of the house while I am gone. Until our next exchange. Perhaps next time you shall fare differently. Sometimes one's best is insufficient, boy. Next time I shall expect better results from you. Not even the combined might of Olympus was enough. Seek better help from all your relatives next time. Megara, what are you doing here? Why spring to his assistance, Megara? You're surely needed elsewhere, Megara. Don't bother to assist him, Megara. You're wasting Megara's valuable time. Get back to your assignments, Thanatos. Don't you have mortals to attend to, Thanatos? No need to listen to him, Thanatos. Distracting Thanatos from his duties, I see. You needn't drag poor Thanatos into this mess. Back to your post, Shade. I don't appreciate this, Shade. Be gone with you, back to Elysium. The famous spearwork of the Myrmidons. You've still some spark then, Shade. This isn't what we compensate the Gorgon for. Return immediately to your post, Gorgon. You're a custodian, not a combatant, Gorgon. What is the Gorgon doing here again? You summon our custodian for help. Face me yourself. Invite more of your friends, why don't you, boy? Leave that one out of this. You need assistance even now. Who else shall you drag into this? Another contribution from my brother Zeus. Be thankful that my brother favors you. Brother Poseidon making time to meddle here. Poseidon must assert himself at every opportunity. How good of wise Athena to join in. Where would you be without Athena's aid? Must Aphrodite get involved in everything? To Aphrodite, all of this must be some sort of jest. Boy, you're the one who's being hunted here. The goddess of the hunt ought to know when to retreat. This must be a delight for your dear cousin Ares, boy. That Ares can turn any small dispute into a war. This is a battle, not a time for revelry. You would seek aid from drunken Dionysus, then? My foster sister must have better things to do. That Demeter ought tend some other plot of land. It seems you need all of the help that you can get. Ah, yes, my dear family being of such help. So this is how Olympus is assisting our domain. How cordial of Olympus to appear. You win, boy. Well done, boy. You're quite strong. You fought well. Let's do this again. I'll get you yet. Beaten once again. I could have had you. Such strength, boy. I must go. Yeah. You have your mother's perseverance. How is it that you got this strong? Ugh. It seems I was no match for you this time. Ugh. I'm not as limber as I used to be, while you... For a student of Achilles, I fear that you surpassed even his skill by now. You broke through every one of my defenses once again. Ugh. You bested me, I'll grant you, Zagreus. Olympus gave you quite the edge against me then. Ugh. You owe this victory to all your relatives. You think I shall go easy on you, boy? You think your mother shall make me go soft to you? Why don't you clean your chambers so ferociously? You'd not have made it here without Olympus, boy. Which of our relatives aided you this time, boy? Your mother already begins to coddle you. I trust you're having a most pleasant evening, boy. Zagreus, is this the best that you can do? Zagreus, I trust you had a pleasant journey here. Zagreus, how fared your plundering of my domain? To think you're so receptive to this form of discipline. You know, I think you're right. You're easily distracted, you know that. That we most certainly do. A useless thought is all. I suppose we shall. You treat her with respect. Do not treat her as you allow yourself with me. Ah, how could I forget? You take that back about my chambers. What would you know of real work? I ask the questions here. Ah, blast you, boy. More than you know. Oh, I'm delighted, boy. Someday you'll understand. I think it's time for you to die. Do not pretend to even care. Ah, thank you for the information there. Please, teach me more then. Always such accusations from you. Oh, you know, same as ever here. Just as I thought. And such a shame for that. You're very welcome, boy. How thoughtful there, indeed. How truly wonderful to hear. I can do this. Losing your spirit, same as ever there? Ah, yes, indeed. We've all a lot to learn, I think. Incorrigible brat. You impudent. You impertinent. Enough. Silence. All right. End of discussion, boy. Ah, you and your clever wit. You were never supposed to live. Took all of Nyx's strength to circumvent what should have been a certainty. Now you cannot stay dead. Such is the wry humor of the fates. Ah, you think everything a lie. The realm beneath our feet was appointed to me on certain conditions, not that I had much of a choice. Among them, a one-time surface dweller such as I would never have an heir. You don't know anything. Why anyone would choose to have a child is a mystery to me. The fates said I would never have an heir. Perhaps this was all they meant. Ugh, blast you. You shall ruin everything, with all your damnable questions. Odd. No stink of Olympus on you this time. Have you truly come all this way without assistance from your relatives? Or were you overzealous at a pool of purging? You have a knack for being struck down in various ignoble ways. That much is certain. Come then. Show me what you yourself can do. Fall, blast you. Die already. Go back. Go back. Why you? Prepare. Boy, Zagreus, we are not finished. Blast you. That does it. You truly dare? Do not hold back. No holding back. All right. Try that again. I expected more from you than this. Come, you've bested me before. Where was your savage strength this time? I expect more consistency from you. I am still more than capable of besting you. Do not become too prideful with me, boy. You could have done better than that. Got you again there, boy. Beats listening to incessantly complaining shades. A wasted effort. How reckless. I think not. I'm afraid not. How? No. So. I see. Right. I've other work to get to. Arm yourself and let us end this quickly, boy. It seems our realm has many weaknesses. I shall deal with them shortly, then. Let us see if the support you're getting from Olympus amounts to anything of use. Blast, but you're persistent even now. Though let us see how strong you are as well. I should be getting back to my desk, but I suppose the work can wait. Ah, there you are, boy. I was beginning to think I'd need a thicker cloak. Well, Zagreus, even if I vanquish you, arriving here is a sufficient feat. I must admit, this is a welcome change of pace from all the parchment work. I suppose that you must be eager to repay me for last time, then. I expect I shall be able to vanquish you again, though we shall see. Perhaps the blasted fates shall favor me for once. Our last exchange left much to be desired for my part, but this time we shall see. I was reviewing the terms of the Pact of Punishment to which you are bound. Even when my servants resorted to extreme measures, they were still unable to surpass you then. So now it is my turn. It is just me indeed. However, that should be more than necessary here. No holding back this time, Zagreus. Are you ready? Extreme measures permitted even still? You must have forgotten to change the conditions of your Pact of Punishment. You wish to test yourself against the full extent of my wrath? Then very well. You have earned that right. Besides yourself, only the Titans have. Now then, attack. You vanquished me. Even when I threw everything I had at you, and more. I fought you as I fought the Titans themselves, and still I failed. Of that I am most certain. Come, let us see the limits of our abilities, then. I warn you, I shall hold nothing back. To the death. Resorting to mere fisticuffs with me. Though how you got Malphon to look like that, I've no idea. Pray tell, whose monstrous claws are those? A manticore's? Provided he was flesh and blood at some point, then he resides within my realm. Presumably within Elysium somewhere, sadly bereft of his manticore claws, thanks to you. Come, show me what they can do. You bear the sigil of the dead. I wear the helm of darkness. Even devoid of artifacts as these, we fight here without witnesses. In shadow. A very boastful son, who often thinks too much of his ability. Come then, I'll make you vanish suddenly. That pomegranate blossom. I caught its subtle scent as you approached. The queen has her mother's strength, and much more self-control. I fear your little flower there much more than you. The queen and her mother, they possess power over life, thus power over death. How? I went all out, and still... Cerberus! Cerberus! Cerberus? Now, Cerberus. I'm right here. Yes, I hear you fine. What? Boy! Son! Oh, shut up. Vanish, see if I care. Dead souls, restore my strength. Through death, I regain life. Souls of the dead to me. These mortal souls are mine. You cannot break me, boy. All you damned souls, come on. All you dead souls are mine. I shall be whole again. Become as darkness, wretches, and destroy him now. Come, wretches, I shall turn you from our sight. Arise, wretches, and fight without a trace. Deathless wretches, I compel you to fight. Heed me, wretches, on my authority. I shall not fall to you again. I can still fight. We're not finished. Let's see you deal with this. You can't kill me. Come on and die. Then this is it. Fight me for real, damn you. It is a testament to the awful might of Demeter that even with the surge of heat created by the pact of punishment you toy with recklessly, this place remains a frozen waste. Forget her and the blasted pact. I'll stop you myself. Nary a whiff of Mount Olympus on you this time. How is it that you clambered all this way without the generous support of your dear family? Doubtless you merely purged their blessings for some coin. Such arrogance has led to many a mortal's downfall, and many a god's, enjoying the delicate warmth of the surface, but Zagreus. Apparently the generosity of the goddess of seasons knows no bounds. Demeter may harbor vengeful feelings and suspicions, but she is no fool. Experience teaches us to know when to quit, though evidently that is a lesson you have yet to learn. Zeus! Brother! Blast! Poseidon! Damn you, brother! I'll slay you once her shield falls. Athena would be wiser to stay out of this. You think of her at such a time as this. You cannot sway me, boy. You are the prey, not me. You'll need more arrows than that. Turn back this instant, boy. This shape-shifting of yours won't last for long. You think this calls for celebration, boy? You cloud your senses with this foolishness. The cold is of no consequence to me. Demeter, you... You and your relatives. That blasted... How dare that? That meddler. Try all you like. Face me yourself. You leave Olympus out of this. No. I'm not finished with you yet. Be still. These waters, teeming with Poseidon's river denizens. That one there before me. It's been taunting me, I think, for quite some time. You mistook my meaning. First you shall have my spear, then that thing shall, if it has not yet come to its senses. Though if you vanquish me, I'm certain your uncle shall not mind if you extract it yourself.